What is good, you guys? Today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We've done a video like this before where we compared Mattel Elites to the old Jakks Deluxe Aggression figures. And basically what we found out from that was the Deluxe Aggression figures are sweet and they're pretty similar, but they're a little too big. Today's video, we're going to look at the TNA Toybiz line. And now, this one I know a lot of guys use these figures, especially Samoa Joe, looking at you, Stuart. But I kind of want to take a look at these. How do they compare against the Elite scale? And just how are they in general? So I guess first off, let's take one of our Elite figures. Let's do a quick size comparison. They're pretty close. Now I'd say the Toybiz figures in general are a little bit shorter, just in general, but you really can't tell that much, so it's not really, I don't think it's an end-all be-all. Like, I think you can survive using them and making them totally function as part of your show. But here's where I do have some issues with Toybiz. Put Cedric off to the side. So here is Alex Shelley. Now, years of having these, they just, I mean, and I know Mattels do it too, but it just makes it a little harder to pose. And then listen to this ab crunch. Ooh, that is not pleasant. So, I mean, these guys, they pose, and they're all a little different too. Let me also phase that. So I have Alex Shelley here, and then I'd say the Christian one is the best example of this, of one where it's like, still Toybiz, but look at that, no ab crunch. Now everything else he's pretty much got. He doesn't have the butterfly arms either, but does have double jointed elbows, which is huge. But yeah, I don't know. The TNA line was very interesting in my perspective, because I felt like every figure was a little bit different. It's like you had some that worked out perfect, and then there were others that was just like, guys, what are you doing? So, personally, one of my favorite Toybiz ones is this Rhino figure. It's not loose at all. It's pretty much how you would expect it. But look there's no butterfly arms. It's just so odd how they decided to do things, but regardless, this Rhino figure I think is one of their best. The head is awesome. It's got pretty much everything you would want, posability wise. And then we have like Joe, which I know Stuart uses this figure quite a bit. Oh, there goes Rhino. Up. Let me just preface and say this. Every time I do one of these videos where I have it all set up for you guys, they always fall over. Always someone domino affects them all, and then I'm sitting here trying to fix it. But you know what? Today, I'm not going to fix it. They're just going to sit here. But yeah, so Joe, he's got the butterfly arms, which are great. It really helps for everything. The flex is pretty good. Granted, it doesn't do a whole lot for his chest movement, but you get what you really would like with it. Legs are great. Arms, elbows, they're all great. All right, Joe, let's see if you can stand. Then you got Chase Stevens here that, I mean, he really can flex. Like, that's a good amount. Like, you don't need to do that much flexing because the human body does not flex like that. But yeah, let's move Joe off to the side. Let's do just a quick height advantage. And you know what? I'm going to pull this off. Let's really take a look at this. So that's pretty close. Like, if somebody's going to call out the height difference, like, it's not really worth the battle. Overall, I know I've just made a mess with these guys, but these TNA figures are great. And I think you just have to be very selective with them and be careful. Because I think some will be really deceiving. Some, you just may not. You may get a spinning Alex Shelley that just spins for days and is not great. I think Chris Sabin that I have here, yeah, he's also got a little bit of a spinner top. Not as bad, but it's just hard. Like, you really, like, they're cool figures. I mean, look at, oh, if my screen will focus. Oh, this is what I get for hand holding this now. Jeez, let's literally get it. But yeah, there we go. I mean, that face scan is unmatched. Like, that is really good. And like I was saying with Rhino, too, like, that head scan is phenomenal. Like, Toybiz really knocked it out. But then, like, I mean, Christian's, it's a little goofy. So it's interesting to me that where they, like, spend time, like, Alex Shelley's is another one that I think is absolutely phenomenal. Also, people in the comments, I have a question. I've been wondering this. Alex Shelley, he had the mark on his face. Tony Storm directly take that from him? Is that why she does it? Like, did he train her? Is there some connection that I don't know about? But anyways, that's just me on my rant. But also, we got the Christian TNA Toybiz outerwear, and it fits perfectly on an Elite. So, like I said, you really just gotta make your decision on these, because I think personally they're awesome. So, but I've also been a hater of them because I grew up with the Alex Shelleys of the world where it just doesn't fit right. And I also think growing up, and this is where it can be a little perceived wrong, growing up I viewed them as like play toys versus using it for my show. And TNA's line, not good figures to play with. Jack's way better. So take it for what you will. I think if you're going to plan to use these for a show, do your research. Make sure that they have the parts that you want. App crunch, obviously huge. And it's hard because you really want to make sure from the seller that they're not super loose figures, because I think that's where it will just totally do you in. But yeah, let me know. Drop a question. Let me know what you think. Do you like the Toybiz line? Let me know. And episode 14, hoping, will be out on Tuesday. See you guys.